Hey, my name's Scotty Hobbs. I want to talk to you guys a little bit about my journey with Team Beachbody, how I got started. It was May 10th, 2010. I remember that's the day I started P90X, and I was introduced to it by a friend, a neighbor, and he was just this really fit guy, and I asked him, like, dude, what do you do to get in shape? And he's like, well, I train the football players. I'm the special teams coach for the high school. We weight train in the morning. And I was like, man, I just need to know exactly what to do. I've never known what to do to be healthy, to be really fit. And he's like, dude, come work out with us in the gym. You can come weight train with the guys. And I was like, dude, I'm excited. Let's do it. And he invited me, and lo and behold, it was at 6 o'clock in the morning, and I went to work at 5:30. So I couldn't do it. So my next question was, dude, is there anything I could do at home? And he told me, you should do that P90X. P90X thing. And so I decided, I committed. I was sick and tired of being sick and tired. I was tired all the time. I worked 12 hours a day. My form of energy was walking down the street at my break to get 2 Rockstar energy drinks. But then I would just crash and be even more tired, and I'd be so exhausted. So I committed to P90X even though I was tired. But what I found is in 90 days with P90X, I went from 187 pounds to 145, and I had more energy than I'd ever had in my life. I had more self-confidence. I was excited. People were like inspired by me, and it was so weird because I'd never been somebody like that. And they're just asking me, what are you doing? So I'd refer P90X to them, or I'd refer Insanity to them, and they would get started, and I felt this sense of like a fulfillment, like I had a purpose, something other than, just going to work and sitting in a cubicle, which I still did, but this gave me that thing, that exciting thing. And I began to help people, and I felt good doing that. And I've always struggled with self-esteem. What I found is when you help people and serve other people, you see more value in yourself. So that's what began to happen to me. So my coach tells me, she's like, Scotty, you would make a great coach. You have an awesome transformation. You're a good guy. And I was like, not for me. And I kept telling her no. And the next time she told me, she's like, hey, Scotty, like, I see you're helping people. You're like creating transformation stories with your friends. You should be a coach. Yeah, you're actually doing what a coach does. You're just not getting paid for it. And I was like, nah, not for me. Like, but really, guys, I was just afraid. I was afraid, am I going to fail? You dropped out of college. Is this something else you're going to start and drop out of? I was afraid, like, do you have enough time? You already work 12 hours and your wife's at work at night. Do you have time to build a business? You don't even have a smartphone. You still got this Nokia flip phone thing. You don't have internet in your house. You're kind of awkward around people. Like, those are all the fears I had, but I didn't tell her that, but those are the fears I faced. And I help people for free for an entire year, just referring programs, telling them about it, doing what a coach does. And it was, I remember on April 11th, so this is like, remember I started May 10th? This is on April 11th, 2011, now a year later. I'm sitting in my office cubicle, and I have the bills. Every morning I picked up the bills from work, from the mailbox. We have a lockbox. I pick them up. I put them in my lunchbox, and I would throw the junk mail away, and then I could sort the mail when I got home. The bills. So that day was 18 days after the birth of my third daughter, Ellie, and that day happened to be the one that had the anesthesiology bill, had the doctor bill, had the hospital bill. And that day I felt like I was drowning. I was sitting in that cubicle, and I was scared. My wife's home watching the baby. We're trying to figure out, do we send her back to the hotel chain to work at nights? What's going to be the cost of getting another babysitter? Because remember, I went to work at 5. She got home went to work at 5, got home at 5. She left at 3, got home at 11. So we're trying to figure that out, right? I know if you're a parent, you've tried to figure that out before. And I'm scared. I'm afraid of how to pay these doctor bills. I don't have money saved up for that. She's not working. And to tell you guys the honest truth, our mortgage at that time was $1,548 a month, and my paycheck after taxes, insurance, 401k was $810 every 2 weeks, or $910 every 2 weeks, which is $1,820. And so if you do the math, $1,820, and then you do the math, $1,500 mortgage, light bill, electric bill, gas bill, food, and now all these bills, I was drowning. I felt like I was literally drowning. And I remember one of my mentors, Alethea, telling me, like, this is your vehicle. And that day I felt that. And the moment was, sitting in that cubicle, was I realized that my fear of knowing how to take care of my family became greater than my fear of failing as a coach and all these other excuses I was giving myself for the entire past year. So that day I decided to become a Team Beachbody coach. And over the past, 4 years, I've had the most amazing time helping people and serving people and getting them started on these amazing workout programs. And my goal when I wanted to start, I was willing to help as many people as possible so I could bring my wife home from work. So I set specific goals to replace her income of $10,000 a year. So I set a goal. I'm going to make $10,000 with Beachbody. I had no idea how. I had no connections. I had no friends that wanted to do this with me. But I said I was going to do that. And I told Lindsay, I asked my coach, I said, tell me how to make $10,000 a year with Beachbody so I can bring my wife home from work. I'll do whatever it takes. I'm the hard worker. And she told me, I can't promise you $10,000, but I promise you that your income will be a direct reflection of the number of lives that you can change. So that day I decided I would go out and I would give people the tools to change their lives. And I would do that with as many people as possible to bring my wife home. And we were able to do that in 14 months where she was able to walk away from her job. But the cool thing is at the same time, I fell so much in love with this and put so much of my energy and efforts into building this business instead of playing Call of Duty, instead of playing softball, that I was able to replace double my income by that 14 months as well. And I walked away from my job. And I've been doing this as a full-time coach now for 4 years. That's why I do this. I do this because it gives me time to be a father, and time's that thing you cannot get back once you've given it away. So I am going to give that to my kids. And the time that I have for Beachbody coaching that I set aside every day now, I'm going to give my time to serve and help other people understand that they can use their story and their message and create and build a business, a life by design with these amazing products. Everybody knows P90X and Insanity. These programs change lives. So my job and my mission is to help as many parents, many people like you, learn how to tell your story and use your skills and who you are as a person to connect with people that I can't connect with and help them make changes in their lives and be that person that helps inspire other people to go after their dreams in this life and not settle for mediocrity. I love you guys. I'm excited to see you guys on this journey. And I'm excited that you guys got to hear this message today. And if it connects with you, I'm excited to help you learn how you can share your message and also get in amazing shape at the same time. Love you guys. It's your coach, Scotty Hobbs. See you later.